Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Apex Greatness. I am your host, Russell Broderick. This way. You gotta go the other way. And I almost went the wrong way the first time. There's nothing I can do about it, alright? I don't know ahead of time.
I don't full control of it.
I could look at you and go, hey, we should probably do a quick finger check before we hit record. But I elect not to. Every time. Every single time. But regardless, this is Apex Greatness. What is going on, dude? How are we doing? How are we feeling?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm ready for this football weekend.
We did the AFC already, and we're about to do the NFC, but I'm just so surprised at how every game is like an interesting kind of matchup. Yeah. And I noticed it as we finished the AFC podcast. I was like, there's good quarterbacks in every AFC game. And here in the NFC, there's for one of the matchups, there's an extremely interesting defensive matchup because the Rams and the Packers, who we're going to get into right now, have the best defense, two of the best defenses in the league, to me. Like, what the Rams did to the Seahawks, we kind of talked about it on the show last week, right? Yeah. They shut down Metcalf to an extent. Metcalf had the bomb touchdown, but a big reason why they were able to go up in this game is because of the pick six that they jumped on a Metcalf screen.
Yeah.
And they were stingy all night or all day, whatever time this was.
Yeah, well, yeah. Russell Wilson a bunch of times.
Yeah, and he's a guy who can usually escape out of trouble frequently. So, I don't know. What do you think about the Rams' defense? Has it impressed you so far?
Yeah, I think the Rams' defense, before last week, I think we spoke about it a bunch of times, but I think the Rams' defense is the best defense in the playoffs and in the league.
Yeah, right now, for sure.
Yeah, especially out of the defenses that are left, I think for sure they're the best. And I think that's why they even have a chance in this game, to be honest, is because of their defense.
How hurt do you think Aaron Donald is?
Not hurt enough to matter. I think no matter what, he's gonna get some type of shot or injection or whatever to keep going in the game or whatever. So there's no way he's not gonna play the game. He's gonna do what he has to do.
Do you think Ramsey's gonna lock up Adams? Because I think they should not handcuff him to Devontae Adams.
So I don't think they haven't done that all year really.
Exactly.
It's definitely gonna be a matchup that's gonna be highlighted throughout the game because that's what everybody wants to see. But and I'm sure they're gonna get their looks at each other. But Ramsey's been really good against the top receivers. It's not like he's been at what I mean. He's definitely contained them to lower than their normal numbers, and that's Rodgers. But the thing that the Packers do that's really good for Devontae Adams is they move him around all over the place. So it's not so they'll take advantage of mismatches and shit like that. So I don't think it's gonna be as much of a factor for Devontae as it was for DK Metcalf. But I think that's gonna be the funnest matchup that we see. Really is sorry, my cat. Yeah, she just went all up over the table and stuff. But I think that's gonna be the funnest matchup of probably the funnest matchup of the weekend is Devontae versus Ramsey.
I think people are going to be really disappointed because he's going to end up guarding Lazard or Tanyan or a bigger guy because he's huge. Ramsey is a big dude, and I think they have they have more than just Jalen Ramsey in that secondary, and I think other people are going to be guarding Devontae Adams because there's a lot of motion, because there's a lot of unique looks that the Packers give defenses, and I think the biggest difference between the Seahawks offense and the Packers offense is the Packers offense is hot. It's been hot all year. Aaron Rodgers has been playing the best football of his career, and that's one thing that we were talking about last week going into that Seahawks-Rams game was the fact that Seahawks were completely cold offensively. Their defense looked phenomenal, and that's what kept them in a lot of games.
Yeah.
But they were not scoring a lot of points offensively for the last month of the season. Packers, you're not necessarily worrying about that. They've been dropping bombs on everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for a lot of the times the Packers been facing some bad teams too, but Aaron Rodgers has been amazing all year long. So
I think
the only really bad game he had was against Tampa, and unless the Rams do something like that on him, where he could get a pick six and start with the motherfucker.
Well, that's exactly what they did to the Seahawks. I'm sure it's a similar game plan, and I'm sure their game plan is also going to be to run the ball.
Oh, the Rams, yeah, for sure. That's the part of the defense that's probably the most vulnerable is their run defense. So I think that's going to be something the Rams really try to exploit. And obviously same thing. We always break this down based on quarterback matchups and stuff. If you're facing a really great quarterback, and you don't have that great of a quarterback, your main objective is trying to keep the ball out of that guy's hands for as much of the game as possible. So they're going to just try to run the ball, lower the clock, the time of possession, and then just trust their defense. I think this is one of those games that I'm not so confident about my pick. Like I have Packers winning this game.
Okay.
But I do think that the Rams can upset, and I think it's going to be a closer game than everyone is expecting. Like Vegas has it as a 6.5 point spread, and I took Rams by plus 6.5 because I think it's going to be more like a 3 or 4 point game.
It depends on the weather.
Yeah,
I
agree.
If it's Arctic, the Rams have no chance because all the Packers have to do is stop the run. I don't know if they can because they've been bad at it all season.
Yeah.
But all they have to do is stop the run because Jared Goff's numbers in cold games, especially with a broken thumb, like a recently repaired thumb, I guess.
Yeah.
Probably going to be rough.
Yeah. But it depends on how bad it snows. If it snows really bad, that kind of goes a little bit more in the Rams' favor because if we're talking about run games, I'm trusting the Rams run game more than I'm trusting the Packers run game.
Oh, you're pooping on Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is not whack.
No. I'm just saying that he's not better. The Rams have been good, have been one of the best run teams in the league.
But also the Packers have been one of the best screen teams in the league, which is just as good as a run. Like it's the same kind of shit. Like
I think and then I'm trusting the Rams defense more in that case because that makes it a little bit more of a defensive game than an offensive game. And now that's why it goes towards the Rams' favor because you got one of the best defenses in the league, and you're making it more of a run game. And if you're taking out Aaron Rodgers, if you're taking away Aaron Rodgers from his most important part of the game is him being able to throw wherever he wants and control the game. If you take that away from him, and now it's going to become more of a run game, and you're going to have to trust Aaron Jones more. I'm trusting the Rams to win that game because you got the defense.
We'll see. That will totally depend on how hurt Aaron Donald is. If he's not hurt at all, then you're probably right. But I think that they're going to have quick throw opportunities for the Packers. I think you're going to see a lot of moving at the line of scrimmage, getting Devontae Adams the ball behind the line of scrimmage, behind like Lazard, who's a big body and can block on the outside. I think you're going to see a lot of those short pass plays,
Yeah.
and I just
So,
can't. I
so
only
you
one time this
you
year.
also have the Packers winning.
Yes,
Right?
I have the Packers winning, and I
By how much?
can't. I think the Packers are going to blow them out in Lambeau Field. I really think that. Like, not blow them out, but they'll definitely win by 10. Like, I think they've put up points on absolutely everybody, and oh my God, that was crazy. And their defense is good enough to stop Jared Goff. I don't think Cam Akers is going to run for 200 yards. I don't think so. If he does, then that's how they win. But I don't think so. I really nobody except for a completely healthy and stacked Tampa Bay defense has been able to completely shut down Aaron Rodgers. So
yeah, but this defense is way better than Tampa Bay's defense.
I know, but it's also about game planning, and I don't know. Lambeau Field is going to be a hard place to play for guys who live in sunny California.
Yeah, I think it, I don't think I see them winning the game for sure.
Yeah.
That's my. I think it's more of like a 55-45 Packers. I don't have them just straight up.
Oh, I thought you said that was the score. I was like, oh my God.
No. No, hell no. That would be insane.
Both these defenses are top 5. I think
that's the word. Yeah, that's the word.
What's the over under? What's the over under?
Probably like 49 or something like that.
I think it's 45.5. I'll look it up. I'll have it up. But assuming it's 45.5, I think
over.
You're saying the over? I think this is.
I got it more like. It could be. I could see it like 24-21 game, 20-27. Like it'll be just like right there.
Well, 24-21 is right on the money.
Yeah, something like that. I'd say like 27-24, something like that. I think that I have 45.
Huh? Say that again. Sorry.
45.5 is the over under.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'm definitely taking the under because I think it's going to be like 21-17.
But
this is a playoff. I think this is going to be one of those kind of playoff games.
I thought you said they were going to win by 10.
So,
I just wanted to make sure because I have it more of a 3 or 4 point game, and you said they were going to win by 10. So I thought I would expect you to think that it would be more of a higher scoring game or something, or
I don't think so.
15.
I think they're going to win by at least 10. I don't think they're going to win by more than 10. I think it would be like, I just can't imagine these two top 5 defenses being in a position where that's just going to be a shootout. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine Sean McVay is going to want to keep Aaron Rodgers on the field, right? And I just can't imagine either defense giving up a lot of points.
But yeah, that's why I look at that. If it is that way, to me, the way the Packers win is they score a bunch of points. I think if they keep it tighter, that makes it harder for the Rams. I mean that makes it more towards the Rams' favor. That's what they want. They'd rather be a closer net game where you score a little bit of points, and then you just have to. That's where defense kicks in much more. That's why I have it more of a. I could see Aaron Rodgers putting up 27 points on this defense, because of the lack of quarterback production, and if you have Goff going 3-0 multiple times or something like that, like it's just it'll be bad. But it all depends, and it definitely depends on the weather. I think I don't know how
Let's check it. Let's check the weather. We have 4:00, 36. No, it doesn't look like there's a chance of snow. It just looks like it's going to be cloudy. Maybe it doesn't have any kind of.
Well, that's good then.
Flurries in the morning.
Okay, that's why. Okay.
I think if it's cold, I wonder what it's going to feel like. I think if it is cold up there, those LA guys are going to have problems.
Yeah.
I really believe that. And that furthers my belief that this is going to hit the under. But I think it'll be closer than 10 points, I guess, now that I'm looking at it. But, like, I don't know. I think the Packers. The last time the Packers were in a situation like that, it was snowing like crazy. I thought Derrick Henry was going to run all over them, and none of that shit happened. The Packers just blew them out, and Devontae Adams had 1 billion points from a fantasy perspective.
But the whole thing is they went against Tennessee, whose defense was like probably the worst in the playoffs this year.
No, I'm completely agreeing with you. But what I'm saying is Lambeau Field is not an easy place to play when you combine fans who will be in the stadium and weather that will affect guys. Like, it's not like they're coming from New York where cold is, you experience that. California, the coldest it gets is like 50.
Yeah.
Like, it will suck. And Jared Goff is like a lifer California guy. That's why his numbers are always terrible in those cold weather games.
That when the Rams go East Coast, they play well. And usually when you go East Coast, the weather changes so the team might be a little bit more adapted to that than a normal West Coast team.
I don't know. Jared Goff's numbers say otherwise. Like, they're good against East Coast teams and when they come east, but they're also extremely bad in cold weather.
Yeah, but I just don't think Jared Goff is the thing that they're going to be focusing on in this game offensively. I think they're gonna stick to the run a lot, and then play off of that a little bit. Yeah. So probably limit. I can't imagine Jared Goff throwing more than 30 times. I'd be surprised.
He shouldn't. Well, how many throws did he have in this game versus Seattle? Let's see this. Because I can't. First of all, he came in late, so I can't imagine he threw it a lot.
No, he didn't come in late. He came in pretty early, I think.
Well, did he start?
No, but I think it was the first quarter.
But that's what I meant. What I meant is that he didn't start.
Yeah.
So 19 attempts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And Cam Akers had 28. Yeah. 25. He's gonna need another 30 touches, Cam Akers, in order for them to win this game.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, and there's no way that they're gonna go against that. I think they're gonna run it back the same way. Goff threw it. I mean, between the two quarterbacks, they threw it 25 times, and I think that's the number that I'm looking at. So I think it's gonna be 25 attempts throwing and probably like 30, 35 attempts running.
They had a total of 30 touches for Cam Akers in the last game. And I think that's exactly what they're going to have to get here. And he's going to have to produce the same way he produced. Otherwise, they're going to be in trouble. Yeah. And fortunately, he's going to be in a position where he's going up against a bad defense like that. So I think from that aspect, I don't know if the Rams will be able to keep it close because of how bad their offense really is. Like, that's why he has to get the efficiency with the touches. Because if he's got 28 carries, but it's like for 80 yards, it's going to be rough because that means Jared Goff's going to have to throw more. So I'm taking the Packers, and you said it's 6.5, so they got to win by 7. So what's that? 24 fucking 14? No, I'm an idiot. 24-17.
Yeah. So you have them winning by a tutty.
24-17 is possible, and that's under, right?
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
24-17 is possible, and it's under. I'll definitely take that.
Yeah, I could see that. I have it been a little bit closer, but I have Packers winning too.
All right, so next we have a matchup that's happened twice already. The Saints taking on the Buccaneers, a division matchup in the divisional round. Yeah. Brady has had 2 below average or worse games against the Saints. And I think it's because Jameis Winston just tells Sean Payton, this is how you cover this offense. I had to learn it all last year. It sucked. This is how you cover the receivers. He always wants to go deep, and you just keep Lattimore and Evans to frustrate him the whole time. And that's. I think the Saints have another matchup or have another game like they did against Week 9 or in Week 9 where they blew them out 38-3. I think it'll be similar to that. Maybe Tom Brady will get a touchdown to Gronk so they can break that little record. But,
wait, you have the Saints winning?
Yes, I have the Saints destroyed.
I was expecting you to say the Bucks.
Why?
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. I literally all year have been saying that Jameis Winston is the owner of the Buccaneers playbook.
So this is the only thing, because Jameis maybe he's giving them the language, but Brady for the majority of the season has been running the offense. This was reported, and Bruce Arians stated this too.
Yeah,
so that's the only thing that throws me off about that. But what I do know, is I'm totally thrown off. I was expecting you to do because I actually don't have so the spread is actually 3 points. Is a three.
Who's the underdog?
The Saints are a 3-point favorite.
Okay, I'll take that.
Which they're calling it even then, because they're just saying we're saying that it's
Why
it's
Saints
even.
are at home?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're saying it. So they're giving them the only reason they're getting the 3 points is because they're the.
So you're saying otherwise it would be a pick'em if they were in the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it would be a pick'em.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
So I agree, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think it'll be a closer game. I think the Bucs will probably lose by a touchdown, maybe something like that. A touchdown, 10 points, something like that.
A field goal is out of the question.
Yeah. If it's a field goal kind of game, I'm looking at Brady as more of the. I think that's in favor of Brady. You do not want it to be a closer game. You want it to be.
I think I agree with that, but I don't think there's anything that the Bucs can do that the Saints won't be ready for. I might sound sarcastic, but I'm completely serious. Jameis Winston is telling them what to do. I'm not kidding. This has happened in football. Throughout football history, this has happened repeatedly. When the Buccaneers got John Gruden from the Raiders in the Super Bowl, who did they play? The Raiders. And who did they destroy? The Raiders, because John Gruden played quarterback in practice. And he was like, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, and the craziest...
It's going to be that.
Because I honestly don't 100% agree with that, but to keep on with your point, because I like it, is so Jameis got signed there, and Drew Brees gets injured, and he should have clearly been the quarterback of the Saints, for those couple of games that he was injured.
Yes.
And instead, they left Taysom Hill in there. And sure, they won, but it might have been Sean Payton who wanted to stroke his ego. But Winston should have really been the quarterback, and him not even getting any kind of snaps at quarterback makes me feel a little bit more like what you're saying might be true.
Look, they got to play these guys twice a year, guaranteed.
Yeah, they're like,
now a third time.
Really, you know what? I'll just get the fucking quarterback to tell me everything.
Oh, one of your money plays? This, and that? Okay, great.
Yeah,
this guy knows the whole playbook. Has it in his house.
Yeah.
There's no way Bruce Arians is changing it.
He's like, fuck them. I want them to lose badly because they think that they can win without me or whatever. That'd be crazy. There's funny.
No way that Bruce Arians can change his entire playbook. Look how open these fucking guys are in Tampa. This is week 9. These guys are open. It is ridiculous.
Well,
and
the whole
Drew Brees, who's been all year, lit them up.
Yeah.
Lit them up.
I'm not gonna lie. This secondary is very torturable. I don't like the Bucs secondary is. The
Chiefs wrote the blueprint on how to light them up, and then ever since then,
and especially since they were stupid enough to play man coverage against the Chiefs, no one plays man coverage against the Chiefs, and they were like,
that's what got them. That's what made them my favorite defense to attack in fantasy last season when Jameis was the quarterback, because you could. It was crazy. You could just stack the entire game because points were just gonna happen. He was going to throw picks. He was going to throw bombs. All kinds of shit. That's why they were my favorite defense to attack. And then if you wanted to flip it and play the other wide receivers, you could because they were going to score.
Yeah. Well, this shows you guys how much we don't talk to each other before doing these videos, because I was totally expecting. I'm like, he's going to come with the Tom Brady love, and
what on this show has made you feel like I'm coming with the literally since the week one, since they played in week one, I've said, ooh, Tom Brady looks woefully inaccurate. I don't know. And then after that, I've said on the show repeatedly.
Yeah, okay.
I've said on the show repeatedly that the Bucs get owned by the Saints.
That's so. And everyone knew where I was coming, because I was like, if they somehow beat Washington, they lose the Saints. Fuck that. So I stated this a week ago. So because of the only thing that makes me feel a little bit more, a little bit better about the Bucs is Washington. Like at first they were getting at Brady. Like that first drive, he got hit and everything, and he came back and he scored. And it kind of made me think like, oh, maybe he's not pussy anymore. Like maybe he's like, you know what, this is the playoffs now. Like I gotta be me. So
step my weight up.
Yeah, maybe. But I still see them losing. If they get blown out again, that's just gonna be hilarious, because they literally haven't stood a chance against the Saints all season long. So I'm expecting a tighter game than just them getting blown out again, because that'll be hilarious.
I think I'm going to take the Saints. I think I would do a 6-point tease with the Saints. I think I'd take them by 9.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
See, like me, I didn't even want to touch that game. That was the only game I didn't touch in the little bet that I did.
I think I'd take them by 9. Look at it, like
in my mind, it's 2. And my whole thing, the reason the Bucs defense is a little overrated, because they just
overrated.
Yeah. They just gave up 22 points to Washington.
To a guy who was like, he wasn't even a quarterback 6 months ago.
Yeah, exactly. He was on LinkedIn. He was doing what I do. Like he was looking on LinkedIn trying to get an accounting job. All right. So that's crazy. But you don't know that Heineke might be.
Shut the fuck up. This is my point. Drew Brees is throwing for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
On this team. It's his last game. It could be his last game in the Dome.
Yeah.
If the Packers win, it could be his last game in the Dome, because a lot of people have speculated that. Or no, he came out and said this is last year, no?
Yeah.
This is his last year. So he's going to come out playing inspired. Kamara's going to come out playing inspired.
And that team's going to play for him. Like defense and everything. I think they're going to want to fight for him this last.
So I'm definitely taking.
Bruh,
I'll take the Saints by 9.
We literally have not disagreed on any. Something's going wrong. Something
stupid is going to happen. There's no getting around it. You're definitely right about that.
Because I've definitely seen people have different outcomes than what we're saying. But for both of us to just 100% agree, that usually never happens. Like, you usually disagree at least one of them. Like, come on. Like, there's.
All right. So considering everything, hold on. Let's get a tease. Hold that thought. We're gonna do a little switch real quick.
But don't.
Mm-hmm. All right. So with the NFL this weekend, this is if we're just looking at the standard stuff, I'm taking the under on Rams Packers, right? We talked about the Ravens, taking the Ravens to plus 2.5, but we're going to change it in a second, and then we're going to take the Saints, right? So if I tease this.
Oh, wait. We got to do Chiefs.
Well, hold on. This is the one that I was looking at earlier, and I wanted to show you this.
Oh, this is what you actually want to.
Yeah, this is what I think I might actually do.
Oh, okay.
They have to score very little in the Packers game. So that one might be tougher to get. So maybe I'm going to take that one out. But this is good.
You should do.
This is good. I would take this. I would take the Ravens to win by at least a touchdown, and I really think the Saints are going to blow out the Bucs when it matters. So I think that's a good tease, personally.
Why don't you?
I'm listening. I could add something else to it, but it's up to you.
Because you see, you don't see the Packers blowing them out, but you see the Chiefs blowing them out. They're already.
Yeah, but if I do the tease with that, that'll make them 2 touchdowns. I feel that's hard. I don't feel confident in that shit. I could take the Browns and then have the tease, and then the Browns just got to lose close, which
What
would be
about the over under on the Chiefs? You can't make it.
Oh, and do the under? I would do that. I wouldn't take the over on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because what is it, 57 right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, that might actually be good.
That you're thinking about, right? You think that would be a
no. Yeah, I agree. I just think 57 is so high.
Yeah, I just
and even 51 is like attainable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's obviously harder, but
I just see the Chiefs scoring. Really, I see the Chiefs scoring over the 30 points. I don't know what the Browns are going to do.
Because if the Chiefs defense plays playoff defense, like this could totally happen. Why not? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I could totally see that.
Because it could be like 30-20, and I'll still get it.
Yeah, I could see that. I would rather it be 30 to 24.
This is my sure, but
or maybe 27 to 18 or some shit like that, because I need them to lose. I need it to be 9.5.
27 plus 21 is what?
27 plus 21.
Yeah, is
48.
48. So we're good.
Yeah.
Fucking that worked. 27-21 is a realistic score. 28-21. And this is okay. So this is my ridiculous parlay tease of the week. I'm going with this. This is fire.
Yeah.
All right, but for Apex Greatness, I'm Russell Broderick. That way, other way, flipped again. Fuck you.
You flipped it again?
It flips when I change screens. But this way, it's Dario Albuquerque.
This is where I just went. Now you gotta go off this bullshit. Yo, for all the people that care about this, I know none of you probably do.
No.
But I'm telling you.
Person.
You don't? You should. Let us know. Let us know in the comment section if you guys
you care. Let us know if you care about us in the comment section.
We all care about each other.
You know what? Right now, underneath me, there's going to be a ticker that says, "Do you care about us?" Let us know in the comments. That's going to happen. All right? But for Apex Greatness, I'm Russell Broderick. That's Dario Albuquerque. Perfect. And we are saying peace.